Welcome, everybody, to this video. It's Vlad with Bob96 here, and in today's video, we're touching on a very serious topic. Obviously, the government planned this whole thing I'm about to talk about, and they've used deception and lies to the general people, and it's overall disrespectful to us real people who know science and how these things are happening. So, without further ado, let's get into how they faked the Artemis II rocket launch. Yes, NASA faked it. First slide here. The crew, people behind it. Well, these aren't really the people behind it, but the people behind them are the people behind it, aka the higher ups, using these people, paying them loads of money to fake this whole mission. Alright, you can see on their faces, each one of them, they're obviously hiding something. It's easy to tell. And it says here, we are taking the next step in going back to the moon. I mean, just the blatant disrespect. Okay, this is ridiculous, honestly. And they all know about Flat Earth. They're just frauds. They're fake. So we're going to get deeper into this here. A person's eyes never lie. As I have a psychology background, I know by this man's expression, he knows the truth, obviously. He tries to do a nervous expression like he's about to go to the moon, but he's really holding his true feelings, knowing that he's just fooling the general people with the fake moon mission. It looks like he's even trying not to laugh. He knows. Okay, guys. Next slide. Let's get into this. Let's dive deeper. So, we're really deep now. The propaganda. Propaganda. Big topic. As we can see, the government implants subtle hints of roundness to confuse the common people. You can see the roundness right here, even here. Seeing these somewhat spherical objects in daily life can slowly but surely influence your thinking. Even the roundness of the buttocks is an eye-catching brainwash method, especially when you factor in BBLs, for example. I actually have an example in the next slide. Here we can see an example of a weird round earther, and this includes the BBL to further enhance people being deceived, right? The average buttocks would never be this round. However, he has put two spherical, big brown circles on his nether regions to deceive the people coming across him. I mean, it's ridiculous. The lengths they go to trick us, it's insane. Insane. Let's get into the next one. The evidence. First evidence is the moon landing. Alright, I recently went to the headquarters of NASA to really get into the proof myself, you know? And though they absolutely faked the moon landing, I have more proof on that later on. It is plausible they could have used quote unquote robots to get to the moon, to get moon rocks. So this is the moon, quote unquote moon rock right here, right? Assuming this is the moon rock. So in that case, if this is the moon rock, we can deduct this rock was not always flat. Let's get further on that. Let's think about it. Okay, the common rock is seen on the bottom right here, and it's quite round, is it not? At least compared to this one. But the moon rock, which was originally on the round moon, happens to now be flat. Think about that. Coincidence? I think not. So, what really happened then? Well, once brought into Earth's flatmosphere, it was flattened by the flaticular molecules in the air, causing pressure on it, causing it to conform with the flat Earth's nature. Alright, guys? So it went from this on the moon to this when it entered our flatmosphere. This is a strong piece of evidence that easily disproves the spherical Earth theory. Let's dive deeper. So, as I've been there, at NASA headquarters, they have the literal set they used to fake the first moon landing on display. Can't believe this. I mean, it's just crazy. They've tricked the people so much that they can literally show the set they used and not worry about the people figuring out their lies. Truly, the world has just been fooled in a way just beyond what should be possible. I mean, it's disgusting. This is the emotion I'm feeling right now for this. This is absurd. Now I'm going to get into the scientific stuff here. Okay. So they have this plastered on the wall at the headquarters. Explain what it is. I'm gonna get into a Google Paint to show you guys extra more. Okay, so first of all, to establish, they got the sun right here. They got the rocket. The sun is feeding energy to the floor to create sun energy for the rocket. And I'm gonna explain why this wouldn't work. So why wouldn't this work? Well, let's see. So we'd have the sun right here. Right? Then we have the floor. Then we have rocket. Okay, so what's the problem? Well, if you have the sun beaming energy to the earth, right? Then supposedly, based on regular science, that would be held in here, right? But we have to consider this is flat earth, not round earth, correct? So round earth, that would work because the energy going in would circulate around, right? Circulate around the earth to be used to put into the rocket, right? Circulate around and then go back into the rocket. But if we're talking flat earth, the energy goes in, it has to go somewhere, right? It can't just circle around because the earth is flat. So what exactly happens? Well, it goes back into our gravity. That is how gravity is produced. Okay, so you got sun, energy, gravity, because we have no core, right? We're flat, right? So the sun's energy is providing the power for our gravity to keep us down. Therefore, especially if they launch the rocket during the day, it would never work because the gravity would just be pushing down on the rocket from the sun. Got that? Okay, thank you. Next slide. So now we get into the launch itself. The actual launch here, the big stuff. All right, let's get into it. Let's see how they fake this.
And here we go.
Here they
10,
go.
9,
10.
8.
We're gonna
7,
skip this.
4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition.
Nice practical effects
and
there.
Lift off. The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great.
Let's see. Going up. Cameraman can't even keep it stable. Ridiculous, right?
Roger, roll pitch.
Turn this down a little bit.
Houston,
Here it goes.
controlling the
Here it goes. They make you think it's going straight up, right? They make you think that, right? Because that goes straight up to get out, right? But
flight of
no,
integrity on the
you're gonna
Artemis
see as it keeps going here, it goes sideways, right? It's going sideways, following quote unquote the curvature of the Earth, right? It's curving. It's not going straight up. It's not. Right now, it's going fully sideways. So I'm going to explain how they did this. Okay. So now we have some photos for reference of what I'm about to explain. So we have this is the photo of the rocket launch. And we know that they quote unquote follow the curvature of the Earth. Here's an airplane photo here to show what they would do. right? However, the Earth's actually flat, which we can even see in this photo clearly. Clearly. It's going sideways to fake it, and what happens? It's just gonna crash. That's all there is to it. Or it's gonna fly off into space. It's going nowhere near the moon, I'll tell you that. And why would they sacrifice their pilots on this? Well, I'll tell you, they wouldn't. They did not sacrifice them. And I'll show you how. So now here we're going to look at a fellow flat earther's video he took, deduct. Alright, so here it is. When they're launching here, this is a very specific part. Looks like 4 chairs, right? For the 4 people. Good question here. Were the astronauts evacuated at the time of the launch? Let's see. Bang. See this right here? Very important. There's a good slow-mo. Slowly falling off. Multiple seats for people, as you can see. So what they did, they pulled a very, very sneaky escape right here before the rocket went off. Very sneaky. That's probably what it would have looked like right here. Very sneaky getting off there. So, in conclusion, what did they do? Well, they faked the rocket launch by escaping and letting the rocket crash elsewhere out of the sight of people, to put it simply. That is what they did. And all the proof was shown in the video, and I explained that very well. As always, guys, thank you for watching another Flat Earth Bob 96 video, and I will see you guys in the next one.